back for another weekly episode. Soaking in the sun with my son named Saul. And we're back for another weekly episode. When we moved in, I had this picture in my head. I'd spend about a week unpacking. Business would be running again. YouTube channel would be back up. Everything would fall into place. And then 3 weeks later, here I am, still boxes everywhere. It turns out I was only planning for the big thing. I wasn't planning for the hundreds of little decisions hiding in every single box. But it was time to let go, time to organize. It wasn't the unpacking that took so long. It was everything hiding inside, finding a place for every little thing, adjusting drawers, fixing drawers, realizing that stuff where I put it wasn't how I imagined it'd work out, moving furniture and moving it again. One decision became 5, and 5 became 50. But none of them were difficult. But together, they took far longer than I ever expected. I just kept thinking, once I unpack, I'll get back to work. Once this room is organized, once everything is in place, I will feel caught up. But life doesn't really work that way.
What happened?
It's always another little thing. Another shelf, another box, another detail. One day became next week, and next week became 3.
Turn around.
And somewhere between it all, I realized I wasn't really actually behind. I was just discovering all the work I did not plan for. New life adjustments, new life lessons. And to think, somewhere in the middle of that, we started a 500-piece puzzle. Soul's favorites.
What we doing?
At least every evening,
What kind of puzzle?
or when we both thought about it, we'd sit down together and we'd find some pieces and slowly watch the picture come together. Some nights, we'd just do a handful, and others, we'd put the entire section together. And before we knew it, it was done. It was quick, it was over. And that's the funny thing about puzzles. No one expects you to finish in one sitting, but that's what we all think. You celebrate finding one piece, and then another. Sometimes, progress looks like finding just that one piece that fits that one day. So at least, the boxes are gone, but there are plenty of projects still waiting. The business isn't where I'd measured it'd be. This episode is posted later than I planned. But maybe that's the truth about moving. Maybe every goal looks simple from a distance. We see the final picture, we imagine a destination, but what we don't see is all of those 100 little decisions in between there. Maybe rebuilding a home, building a business, raising a child, or more alike than we think. If I were to keep waiting until everything feels finished, I'll miss out on life happening and coming together right before me. Maybe rebuilding a life isn't about sticking to the timed plan or the time frame we came up with, but it's giving yourself permission to build from the ground up, not fast, but steadily. Learning.
This is the ending. It's 3 final pieces.
And it's
They are
okay.
in my hand.
Because I think
Are
the
you ready?
best things we build
Set.
usually take longer than we expect.
Go. Figure them
And maybe
out.
that's
Where did
exactly
they
what
go?
we're supposed to be. This is the week in the lab. See you next week.
You want the other pieces so you can try other ones? You don't have to try just one at a time. Remember, match the colors. Nice. Nice. Yeah.